Okay, guys. So today we will talk on Form 5 Chapter 8. Okay, Form 5 Bab 8. Pemodelan matematik. Okay, mathematical modeling. Alright. Okay, so I don't know whether you learn this in school or not. Saya tak tahu sama ada kamu pernah belajar ni dalam sekolah kamu. Tapi kita cubalah. We try to understand this chapter to the best that we can. Kita cuba sehabis baik untuk faham. Okay? Alright. So guys, this chapter is very short. Based on your textbook is only 10 pages. 10 muka surat sahaja guys. Only 10 pages this chapter. So I think we can finish in one lesson. Satu lesson habis dah. Okay, it's very short one. Okay. Alright. So the most important part actually in this chapter that you must know is about the process of mathematical modeling. Okay, kamu kena tahu proses dia. Alright. So guys, hope you don't mind if the notes are in BM for those take DLP. Okay, because the notes that I find only have BM. Okay, but I will also explain in English. Don't worry. Okay, saya akan terangkan dalam BI juga. Okay, so that everyone can understand. Yang ambil BM boleh understand, yang ambil BI pun boleh understand. Okay, so for those that take BM, you just refer to your screen lah. Okay, for those in English, I will help you translate. Okay, so that you guys can understand it. Okay, so guys, the first thing that you must know is what is mathematical modeling actually. Okay, apa itu pemodelan matematik? Okay, so basically mathematical modeling is something that can describe the real world situation. Okay, dia boleh menghuraikan masalah dunia sebenar. Okay, that is what you all must understand. It will describe a real world situation or a real world problem, masalah dunia sebenar. Okay, so for English, the definition is mathematical modeling actually represent the system or scenario, okay, that is used to gain qualitative or quantitative understanding, okay, of some real world problems and to predict the future behavior. Okay, untuk BM definisi adalah yang ni lah. Okay, satu perwakilan bagi satu sistem atau senario yang digunakan memperoleh kefahaman secara kualitatif atau kuantitatif. Okay, there can be two types, guys. Your mathematical modeling process can either be qualitative or quantitative. Okay, guys, may I know what is qualitative? Can anyone tell me? Apa maksud qualitative? Can you all give me some explanation? What is the meaning of qualitative in your mind, dalam fikiran kamu? What do you understand by the word qualitative? Anyone? Cuba jawab based on this mathematical modeling. Okay, very good. Okay, the answer is actually simply quality lah, guys. Okay, means that you describe in words in other ways. Okay, kamu huraikan dalam perkataan. You describe in words. That is mean by qualitative. Okay, quantitative, guys. What is the meaning of quantitative? Apa maksud dia? Very smart, are you guys? Yes, it's quantity lah. Means it deal with numbers. Okay, dia melibatkan nombor. Okay, so your mathematical modeling can have two types. It can be qualitative or quantitative. Okay, and then you can also meramalkan pelakuan masa depan. Okay, you predict the future behavior. Okay, so these are the definition that you must remember. Okay guys, kat mana soalan ni biasa keluar? Saya nak tanya. Where you think they will ask this question? Definition, definisi pemodelan matematik, common sense. You definitely know the answer. This one you will definitely see in, yes, objective guys. Kamu akan nampak kat kertas satu. Okay, so prepare for this question in your paper 1. Okay, paper 1 they can ask one. Boleh tanya. Okay, what is the meaning of mathematical modeling? Okay, so just remember it is a system or scenario used to gain qualitative and quantitative. This is the keyword guys. Qualitative and quantitative. Ini adalah kata kunci. Bila kamu nampak yang ni, boleh kata 90% dia adalah jawapan dia lah. Is 90% already the answer. Okay, so make sure you take note of these two keywords. Okay, can understand guys? Boleh faham? Can No guys, this is modern maths. Form 5 chapter 8, your last chapter in maths. Must study also guys. Jangan ingat Form 5 chapter 8 no need study You still must study one because it's in the syllabus. Okay guys, for me lah, untuk saya, this is the most important part in Form 5 chapter 8. Okay, ini adalah bahagian paling penting. They will ask you what are the steps of mathematical modeling. Kamu kena tahu langkah pemodelan matematik. Okay, again where they will ask? Of course, paper 1 lah, objective. Okay, kertas 1. So you must know what are the steps. Okay, so for BM kamu boleh lihat lah. Okay, mengenal pasti, mendefinisikan masalah, membuat andaian, mengaplikasikan matematik, menentusahkan dan mentafsir penyelesaian, memunikan model, melaporkan dapatan. Okay, this is for BM lah. For BI, the steps are identifying and defining problem, first step. Second step, make assumption and identify the problem. Third step, apply mathematics to solve the problem. Fourth step, verify and interpreting solutions in the context of problem. Fifth step, refining the model. Sixth step, report the finding. Okay, so these are your 6 steps, guys, in mathematical modeling. Okay, so I will say that this is a must memorize lah. Okay, kena ingat because they can come out in paper 1. If they want to come out with a question in form 5 chapter 8 objective, this is the question, guys. Mereka akan keluar soalan ni kalau mereka nak keluar form 5 bab 8. So you must know the step. Kena tahu setiap langkah. Okay, so how to know, guys? Very simple. I make you memorize it lah. Saya kena bagi kamu hafal. Am I right? So guys, tell me, what is the first step based on what I say just now? I test you all now. What is the first step? Apa langkah pertama? See how fast you get the information. Saya nak tengok berapa cepat kamu boleh ingat yang tu. So first one, what is the first step? Very simple, guys. No need to be exact. Jangan bagi perkataan sebenar. Terangkan dalam maksud kamu. Tell it in your own word. Okay? Okay, so first step is identify the problem. Yes, correct. Okay, for BM adalah kenal pasti masalah. Very good. Okay, so first step is identify problem. Okay, so this is the keyword. Okay, kenal pasti masalah untuk BM. Okay, second one, guys. May I know what is the second step? Langkah kedua, pemodelan matematik. Think and see. Don't worry, later I will create an acronym for you guys to remember. Saya akan bagi satu acronym nanti. Now I want you all to just memorize first. Okay, yes, very good. Make assumption and yes, variables, correct. Okay, so the second step is make assumption. Okay, you can think of this. Make assumption. I just give you the keywords lah, guys. Saya bagi kata kunci saja. Buat anggapan. Okay, dalam BM. Okay, okay. Third step, guys. Langkah ketiga. What is the third step? Come on, think and see. Apa langkah ketiga? Pemodelan matematik. Yes. Okay, the third step is apply mathematics, guys. Aplikasikan matematik. Okay, this is your third step. Apply mathematics. Okay. Next one, guys. Number 4. What is the fourth step? Apa langkah keempat? May I know? Give me the short form, guys. Bagi jawapan pendek saja cukup. Langkah keempat, pemodelan matematik. Kamu bagi dalam BM pun boleh, saya akan tahu. You give me in BM or English, the answer also can. So anyone? Come on. Fourth step, langkah keempat. You guys forget tadi ya? Who here forget? Siapa dah lupa dah langkah keempat? Okay, who you mean? Let me see ya. Okay, Ken? Yes? Okay, you use your own word. Very good. Okay, so you can say yes. Okay, so the keyword I will say is, let me think and see. Okay, the keyword I will say is interpreting solution. Okay, or you can say solve the problem also lah. It's about that. Okay, so the fourth step, in short, is interpreting solution. Okay, ataupun dalam BM adalah menginterpretasi penyelesaian. Okay, ataupun menganalisis penyelesaian. Okay, so that's the fourth step, langkah keempat. Okay, fifth step, may I know, guys, what is the fifth step? Yang kelima, pemodelan matematik. Fifth step very short. Yang kelima sangat pendek. So anyone? Oh, you forget already, Janice. Never mind. I will tell you guys the acronym later so that you all can remember easier. Okay, so anyone? Fifth step, come on. Langkah kelima, pemodelan matematik. This is the only way, guys, you can memorize. Macam mana nak hafal adalah kaedah macam ni. Jangan tengok jawapan. You try to think back. What is the fifth step? Yes, I know your teacher will skip the chapter, guys. But it can come out one. Boleh keluar objektif. Because recently I see it come out also. Saya nampak dia keluar dalam objektif. Okay, so anyone? Fifth step? Hello? Langkah kelima? Yes. Bukan. Bukan analisis. Yang tu masuk bawah langkah keempat. Okay? Analisis tu dalam langkah keempat. Okay, sekarang saya nak yang kelima. Fifth one. Cuba fikir. Kamu ada 6 langkah saja, guys. Now you are the fifth step already. Yes, refining the model, guys. This is the keyword. Refining the model. Memperincikan model matematik. Okay, dalam BM. Refining the model. Okay, last step, guys. Apa yang terakhir? Common sense. You can think and see also. Sangat logik. Yes, report finding. Ataupun melaporkan dapatan. Okay, report finding. Okay, guys. So these are your 6 steps of mathematical modeling in a short form lah. Okay, dalam bentuk yang ringkas. Okay, so how to remember this, guys? Okay, now also I'm thinking of the method. Saya tengah fikir sekarang baru saja. Okay, so guys, what is the method I will use is you look at the first letter of every single word. Okay, so you have I am, AI, RR. Okay, this one only apply for English Tapi BM pun boleh hafal macam ni lah. Okay, kamu guna kaedah English. Okay, sebab jawapan ada BM dan BI. Betul? So untuk bab ni saja lebih senang kalau guna BI. Because BM semua dia huruf kebanyakan dia mula dengan huruf M. Okay, so susah sangat nak bagi satu akronim. But BI is mixed. Okay, so the acronym is IMAIRR. Okay, so now how to think and see. Let me think and see. I try to think of a funny one lah so that you guys can remember. Saya tengah fikir macam mana nak bagi kamu ingat. Anyone can think of idea how to split all this into 6 words? Let me think. Boleh sebelah BI, sebelah BM kah? Janice, what do you mean? BM very hard for the acronym. Sangat susah. Because BM semua dia bermula dengan huruf M. So, okay, you can see over here. This is BM, guys. Okay, can you see? Semua dia mula dengan huruf M. So, macam mana boleh jadi acronym, guys? Susah kan? Kalau BM. Kamu lihat. Translate lah. That's why I say English lah, guys. Kamu kena ingat kaedah English. Okay? IMAIRR. Okay, so let me think and see. Wow, not easy. Anyone can think of a good acronym, guys, using the 6 words? Type for me each of the 6 words that you think. Cuba type kat saya 6 perkataan English guna yang ni. I also trying to think. I am a. Okay, sama. Because of the R is very hard. These two is very hard. I'm thinking of the R. Wait lah, guys. Give me some time. Bagi saya masa. Oh, institusi raja. Okay. You want to combine BM also lah. Okay. Okay, Ken. Wait, let me see. I make an interesting raccoon. Oh, okay, not bad, but I don't know whether you guys can remember that lah. It's quite weird. Okay, never mind lah. I use this one lah. Okay, I is I lah. M is M. This one you use BM lah, guys. Very easy. I am an institusi raja. Boleh tak, guys? Macam ni. I cannot think of anything else already. Can? I am an institusi raja. Okay, I rasa this one you can remember cause sejarah. That's why I use this method. I think can, right? I am an institusi raja. I don't know. Do you guys like it? Suka tak yang ni, guys? I also feel a bit weird, but I make an ice cream real weight. Okay, if you can remember it, then no problem. Can also. I make an ice cream really lah better. I make an ice cream really red. This one is okay. Yang ni pun boleh guys. This is another acronym you guys can think of. Okay, boleh guys. But if you don't want to remember words, you just remember this one guys. Ingat yang ni saja cukup. IMA, IRR. Boleh guys? Senang kan? Kamu ingat huruf saja lebih senang. You just remember the letter. Okay? But you must know this is English guys. Yang ni adalah untuk DLP. Okay, acronym ni. So you must refer the English answer bila jawab. Kena lihat jawapan dalam English untuk bab ni. Okay, untuk acronym ni. Alright? Okay. So we go on now guys. Okay. So now they show you lah how the step actually go through. Okay, how we go through all the 6 steps. Macam mana kita nak guna ke 6 langkah ni. Okay, so first thing, you will start with the real world problem guys. Masalah dunia sebenar. Okay, so can anyone give me example? Cuba bagi saya contoh guys. Masalah dunia sebenar. Can anyone tell me example of real world problems that you know? Very general guys. Sangat Anyone? Cuba jawab. What are the example you can think of? Real world problem. Masalah dunia sebenar. Think and see. Anyone? Cuba saja. Inflasi. Okay. Can? Not bad. Can. Okay, because over here you can use mathematics. Kamu boleh guna mathematics untuk selesaikan. Yes? Okay, good example. Okay, you can think of inflation guys. Inflasi. Okay? As a real world problem. Masalah dunia sebenar. Okay? Can. So you must go through all these steps guys. Like what I showed you just now. Okay? IMA, IRR. Okay? Identify, make assumption, apply mathematics, and then I interpret, R refining the model, R report the finding, melaporkan dapatan. So these are all the steps guys. Okay, but over here you must go back. Okay, there is one step here you need to start back all over again. Kamu kena ulang seluruh proses ni kalau tak dapat memunikan model matematik. Okay, this one is something like this lah guys. If yes, you go down here. If no, you go back to the top. Okay, kamu pergi satu lagi kali. Okay, do you guys understand? Boleh dapat? So make sure this step is important. Kamu kena tahu memunikan model matematik. You must know how to refine the mathematical model. Okay, so that you can report the finding. Boleh melaporkan dapatan dengan tepat. Okay, alright. So until now guys, are you all okay? Sampai sekarang, boleh? Can? Apa maksud memunikan model matematik? Kamu akan lihat nanti macam mana nak buat, macam mana nak tulis. Okay, nanti akan datang contoh soalan. Okay, kamu lihat apa yang mereka tulis. Guys, this chapter, kamu kena hafal saja cara tulis. You must just remember how they write. Because itu yang akan kamu tengok dalam skema. You will see that in your answer scheme. This is if it come out in paper 2 only lah. Kalau bab ni keluar dalam kertas 2. But it is very rare. Okay, very rarely you see Form 5 Chapter 8 in paper 2. Am I right? Any one of you guys trial got Form 5 Chapter 8? May I know? Adakah kamu nampak bab ni dalam percubaan kamu 2024? Yes or no? Mathematical modeling. Ada? Kertas 1 ke? Kertas 1 atau 2? Oh, kertas 1 masih okey. Tapi kalau keluar kertas 2 bab ni, habislah kamu semua kalau tak belajar. Okay, if you come out paper 2, I really scared already. Because you must know every single process. Okay, alright. So this is an example of a real world problem guys. Okay, so the problem is this one. Okay, so they're asking you, is it worth it or not? Okay, to drive to the supermarket that is actually further from the house. Okay, to buy 2 packs of rice of 10 kg. Okay, which is cheaper. So that is the problem now. Right now, should I drive the car to the supermarket to buy 2 packs of rice? So how to solve this problem, guys? Macam mana nak menyelesaikan masalah ni? Okay, so of course, guys, when you drive your car, what must you pay, guys? Bila pandu kereta kena bayar apa? Logic. You must bayar what? Yes, petrol cost. Okay, so you must think of this lah. Kamu kena fikir tentang yang ni, cost petrol for different amount of distance. Okay, untuk jarak yang berbeza. Alright. Okay. So first step, we are going to identify the problem. Okay, mengenal pasti masalah. So you can see, okay, the problem is the price of one pack of rice, 10 kg, and also the cost of petrol. Okay, so this is your first point. Okay, and then the second point, what other things you must identify? Apa lagi kena pasti? You must know the position of the two places, your house and the supermarket. Okay, kamu kena tahu kedudukan pasaraya dan rumah kamu dan jarak dia. Okay, this is the second thing you must identify. Okay, third thing, of course, you must search the price of a 10 kg mass of rice. Am I right? Kamu kena Google harga. Okay, sekampit beras 10 kg. Siapa tahu guys? Harga sekampit beras 10 kg. Cuba bagi tahu saya jawapan dia. Tell me the answer. This one I confirm no one will get correct. Tak ada siapa pun akan dapat betul soalan saya ni. What is the price guys of a packet of rice? You must know, you know. Kena tahu baru kamu boleh tulis jawapan. If you don't know how you wanna write the answer. Tipu harga ke? Don't try to lie the price guys. If you lie the price, you GG The examiner surely know one. Okay, so got many answer lah. 20, 23, 40. Okay. Logically, I will say, let me see. Okay, they never tell the brand here. Mereka tak bagi tahu jenama. I think maybe Daniel lah. Okay, I will say around Daniel answer. Boleh. Okay, of course got plus minus lah guys. Maybe you can say 30 to 40, 30 sampai 40. Okay. It's 10 kg, you know guys. 10 kg tahu. Sangat berat. It's quite heavy. 10 kg, you know. So the price will be more expensive. Okay, harga dia akan lebih tinggi sedikit lah. Okay. So, yeah. This is what you must understand. Very general lah. Sangat Okay. So, and then what else? Okay, so you must know the harga petrol semasa. So, this one very important guys. The current petrol price. You must know that information also. Okay. So, okay. This is your first step guys. Langkah pertama. Okay, so what is your next step guys? M is make assumption. Membuat anggapan. Andaian. Okay, so you must assume that all these three things adalah dalam satu garis lurus. Okay, your house and the supermarket A and B all are in one straight line. Satu garis lurus. Okay guys, may I know, why do I need to make this assumption? Kenapa saya perlu katakan dia kena berada dalam garis lurus? Anyone? Why should I know that it must be in a straight line? What is the reason? Think logic. Fikir secara logik. Why they must be in a straight line? Yes. Okay, distance guys. Guys, kalau dia tak garis lurus, macam mana kamu kira jarak guys? If your road is melengkung, a bulatan or another shape, I don't know what shape lah, tak tahu macam mana bentuk jalan. Macam mana kamu nak kira jarak? Takkan kamu nak guna pita pengukur dan ukur jarak? Okay, I don't think you're going to use a measuring tape on the road. Am I right? So not logic. Okay, so definitely it must be one straight line. So that is easier to count the distance. Lebih senang. Okay, so you can suggest like use formula distance equal to speed times time. Boleh? Kamu boleh guna rumus ni kan? Jarak sama dengan laju kali masa. Then kamu tahu jarak dia. Kalau kamu tahu laju dan masa yang diambil. So this is how you get the distance. Okay, so you can explain like this. Boleh huraikan macam ni. Okay, these are just some points only. Okay, so what else? You must also drive a car when going to the supermarket. This is the assumption guys. Anggapan dia. Membantu kereta. Okay, alright, and then you must know the how many of packet of rice you buy. Okay, and it should be the same also. Bilangan dia kena sama yang kamu beli di dua-dua pasar raya. Okay, it must be exactly the same. Okay, you can say that these are like your CV. Kamu semua ambil fizik, kimia, bio kan guys? You all take the science subject. Am I right? Pemboleh ubah dimalalkan. Your control variable or fixed variable. This is something like fixed variable lah guys. Betul? Semua kena satu syarat saja, one condition only. This is something like your fixed variable, okay, or constant variable. Boleh? Do you guys understand? So maybe you can think of membuat andaian ni sebagai apa yang kamu kena bagi dia constant dalam situasi ni. What you must make fix in your situation. Yes, kena control lah semua benda ni. Okay, supaya penyiasatan kamu tu sah. Macam tu. Okay, so that your investigation is a valid result. Okay? Okay, so we go to the next one, guys. Okay, so now you need to identify the variables, guys. Mengenal pasti pemboleh ubah. This one you guys very familiar, right? Science student, kamu semua buat yang ni kan? Mengenal pasti pemboleh ubah. MV, RV, CV. Okay, pemboleh ubah dimanipulasi, bergerak balas dan dimalalkan. Okay, by mathematics is a bit different. Okay, sedikit berbeza. You must give symbol. Okay, kamu kena bagi simbol. Okay, so example, the distance between the two supermarket, you give symbol S. Any symbol, guys. Kamu boleh pilih mana-mana yang kamu suka. Okay, and then price of the 10 kg of rice in A, and then the price of 10 kg of rice in B. Give two separate symbol. Dua simbol yang berbeza. Okay, and then what else? The rate of usage of petrol in the car. Another symbol. Okay, and then the number of rice packet you will buy, another symbol. Boleh faham tak, guys? All the things that are changing over here, you must give a symbol, or anything that can affect the result of your experiment. Mana-mana perkara yang boleh mempengaruhi keputusan siasatan kamu, kamu kena bagi dia symbol. You must give a symbol. Tak faham? Which one? Is it this one? This one over here. Okay, the andaian is very logic one. It's not only this answer. There are many answers actually. Okay, assumption is you must think and see. Based on this question, they ask you, is it worth it or not? Okay, if you want to drive a car, okay, to buy the rice at the supermarket. So you must think, what must be controlled in this situation? So first one, of course, they must be in a straight line. All the three location, your house, supermarket A, B. Okay, then only you can count the distance. Am I right? Because you all learn how to count distance in straight line only. Betul? Okay, that's why it must be in a straight line. Okay, what else? You must drive the car. Don't tell me rumah ke pasaraya A kamu mandu kereta. Pasaraya A ke pasaraya B kamu mandu motosikal. Boleh tak, guys, macam ni? Can I say from house to supermarket A I drive a car? Supermarket A to B I ride motorcycle. Is it fair? Adakah dia adil? Tak adil kan? Masa akan berbeza. Am I right? Your time travel will be different already. So that's why you must use the same type of vehicle. Kena guna jenis pengangkutan yang sama. Okay? Alright. And then what else can you think? Your number, guys. Number of rice packet you buy in A and B must be the same. Then only you can compare with the cost of petrol. Am I right? Then only it's fair. Okay, they are adil. Okay? Can you understand better now? Janice Lee? Can, okay. So these are the variables that you all must identify over here. Kamu kena tahu semua pemboleh ubah ni lah. Okay? Actually, you don't need to write everything. Tak perlu tulis semua. As long as you give the maximum that you can think of. Bagi se-maximum boleh yang kamu boleh fikir. But this one is only if it's kertas dua lah, guys. Okay, paper 2 only. Okay? Alright. So we go on. Okay. So guys, this is the data that they get. Okay, so pasaraya A and B, these are the prices. Okay, wow, your answer correct just now, guys. RM23. Okay, so Hui Min very correct. You refer textbook, is it? Hui Min. I surely think you refer textbook. Oh, never refer. So accurate. Wow. Okay, not bad. Means your general knowledge is better than mine. Pengetahuan am kamu lebih bagus dari saya. Congratulations. You win in general knowledge over me. But mathematics, I better lah. General knowledge, I not so good. That's the problem, guys. General knowledge sometimes very tough one. Especially ask price of rice. It's so general one. So That's why they say surf the internet. Kena lihat internet untuk dapat jawapan. Okay? Oh, you buy affordable one. Okay, okay, understand. No wonder. Okay, so now guys, you must make assumption like this, guys. Okay, so this part is about using mathematics to solve the problem. Kamu guna atau aplikasikan mathematics. So when you see this kind of thing, definitely you must show some calculation. Am I right? Kamu kena tunjuk pengiraan. So alangkah dia pun dah cakap mengaplikasikan mathematics, use mathematics. So definitely you must show calculation. So what calculation? You must compare the price of the rice with petrol. Am I right? Okay, so something like this. Okay, so this one also is another assumption actually. They buy two number of rice, dua paket beras sahaja. Okay, you can assume like this. Okay, so you can see that pasaraya B is better. Am I right? Okay, because it's cheaper, lebih jimat. Okay, you can save 3 ringgit 92 sen. Guys, saya nak tanya lah, kamu jimat benda ni sebanyak ni banyak ke tak? If you save RM 3.92, is it a lot? Yes or no? Answer me. Kamu jawab saya. Banyak ke tak yang ni? Kalau jimat. RM 392. 3.92. Yes. Actually dia banyak. Walaupun kamu nampak sikit, berdasarkan nilai itu saja, tapi bila kamu buat macam ni untuk 1 tahun, kamu dah jimat RM 36, guys. Tambah lagi benda yang lain yang kamu jimat. Tak tahu kamu beli kat mana. So actually you will save a lot in the long run. Short term dia tak nampak banyak, tapi long term dia akan nampak banyak. Sedikit-sedikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. Betul? Perumpamaan itulah. Okay, so it's always best to save. Okay, even in this mathematical modeling, you try your best to save the maximum amount. Okay, cuba jimat sebanyak mungkin in every question. Okay, all right. So next one, you must talk about the distance and the cost. Okay, jarak antar pasaraya and also the harga petrol. Okay, so this one I don't think is the current harga petrol. Okay, it is already outdated. So I only buku teks. Okay, buku teks I think they do in 2020, I think, if not mistaken, 2021, saya pun tak tahu. Okay, so this value definitely not correct now lah. Okay, nilai ni tak betul. Okay, it's a long time ago already. All right. Okay, so you must think and see, based on this distance, how much petrol you're going to use. Berapa petrol kamu akan guna. So you just take the 6 divide 17.6 km per liter. This is the rate of usage of petrol, guys. 1 liter, you will use up if you go to 17.6 km. That's the meaning. 1 liter kamu akan guna kalau pergi 17.6 km. Okay? So just bahagilah untuk cari bilangan liter. So kamu boleh compare lah, guys. Bandingkan, tak boleh bandingkan yang tu, never mind. Okay, so selepas tu kamu kena lihat untuk dua hal lah. Okay, because you are going and coming back. Right, kamu kena pergi ke pasaraya dan balik. Okay, so remember to times 2. Must times 2 to your answer always. Okay, so you will see that the cost is 1.42. Okay, 1.42. Okay, so guys, you compare with the amount you save. Okay, cuba bandingkan perbezaan dia. Okay, so you can see that you actually save more when buying the rice. Kamu jimat lebih banyak bila beli beras tu. Okay, so you save RM 250 more compared to petrol cost. So this is the conclusion you can make. Kesimpulan daripada pengiraan. Boleh faham, guys? Do you understand the situation? Yes or no? Comment. Can get it right? You just show the calculation like this. Okay, tunjuk pengiraan macam ni. Okay? Boleh? If any question, please ask me. Kalau ada soalan, kena tanya tahu. Jangan senyap kat situ. Don't be silent. Okay? So can I continue, guys? Yes or no? Boleh pergi lagi? Can? Okay. So I go on. Okay, next one that you guys must know. You must, this one is more on analyze. Okay? Wait. This one. Okay. So for this one, it's more on calculation also. Okay, lebih banyak tentang pengiraan. So this one, they are just comparing between the two models. Okay, dua jenis model matematik. Okay, so they're just trying to find how to use the model or what is the formula that you use. Apa rumus kamu nak guna? Okay, harga petrol dan beras perlu ikut harga sekarang. Susah lah kalau nak ikut harga sekarang. Sebab dia selalu menaik dan menurun. Betul kan guys? Your petrol price will always go up and down. So kamu memang tak boleh judge satu nilai yang tepat lah. So dia tak sangat strict lah tentang maklumat macam ni. They won't be so strict on your answer. Don't worry. As long you don't say harga petrol tu RM10 lah guys. Kalau kamu kata harga petrol RM10, habislah kamu. Okay, you gone already. RM10 per liter lah saya maksudkan. Okay, bagi yang logic, give a reasonable value. Okay, you will get correct. Don't worry. Okay, this one is not general knowledge test. This one is mathematics test. Okay, so these are the formula you have to use lah for this calculation. Okay, so where you get the formula? The formula actually is P1 minus P2 times N and also S over M times H times 2. Okay, S over M times H times 2 is this one. Okay, can you see guys? S over M times H times 2. Okay, and then the P1 minus P2 is actually, I think this one, if not mistaken, this one over here. Okay, so you just try to write out the general formula based on the symbol, okay, that you used just now. Tulis rumus AM berdasarkan semua anggapan ni. Okay, based on the calculation you do over here. Okay, so this is how you do this part. Okay, and then next, this one is actually not part of the mathematical modeling step. This one, penerokan lanjutan. This one they're just trying to show you only lah. Okay, tengah tunjuk sahaja. Okay, so they're just showing that it is better to buy the rice at supermarket B. Lebih bagus untuk bayar beras ni kat pasar raya B. Okay, so they just want to show you the calculation for the distance. Okay, so that is able to support your statement. Boleh sokong pernyataan kamu. Okay, so this part actually not so useful lah guys, because it's not part of the mathematical modeling actually. Okay, bahagian ni sampai sini. Okay, semua ni is not as the mathematical modeling step. All of this. Okay, so jangan risau sangat lah tentang yang ni. No need to worry so much. Okay, alright. So we go to the next one. This one all is penerokan lanjutan lah guys. Okay, so these are some of the questions that you might think. Okay, soalan yang kamu akan fikir. Okay, so example, let's say, how if our assumption is not correct? Okay, does it give any impact to our answer? You might think like this. Okay, because assumption can be correct or wrong. Am I right guys? Anggapan kita atau andaian kita boleh betul atau salah. Okay, sebab tak confirm kita akan anggap sesuatu dengan betul. Am I right? There is always probability dia boleh salah. So kamu kena consider yang tu juga. Okay, and then of course the things that you control. Apa yang kamu tetapkan. Kadang-kadang sesuatu yang tidak dijangka boleh berlaku. Something unexpected happen. So how if the scenario change a bit? This is another thing you must think about the things that you control. Okay, so can you get the general idea? Boleh dapat idea am tak? So you must think all the possible factor that can affect your result. Okay, kamu kena fikir semua faktor boleh mempengaruhi proses mathematical modeling. Scenario is just like your masalah lah, problem. What is the problem they give you in the question? That's the meaning of scenario. Okay, they will tell you a statement or situation. That is scenario. Okay, come from the English word scenario, same thing. Okay, all right. So next you must do reflection on the model. Okay, reflection is memurnikan model matematik, refining the mathematical model. This is the second last step, langkah kedua terakhir. Okay, so this part, you just try to think of your method just now. Okay, like based on the distance of rumah pasar raya A, pasar raya B. Okay, you just compare all the distance. Okay, one by one. And then you see how it can affect your model. Okay, tengok macam mana dia boleh bagi impact. Something like that. Okay, and then if you can make a new assumption, then you have to change the model. Okay, kamu kena ubah model kalau ada andaian baru, something like that. Okay, you can also draw a diagram to make the examiner understand better. Boleh lukis wajah juga. Okay, based on your understanding. Okay, each and every one answer will be different, guys. Jangan risau. Setiap jawapan kamu orang akan berbeza. So there is no one answer. Tak ada satu jawapan. So they are very lenient on this chapter. Pemakan tak strict. Kalau keluar kertas dua lah. As long your logic, your answer. Teacher, this chapter, siapa kata tak masuk? Boleh masuk. Asalkan ada dalam syllabus, dia boleh masuk. That's why saya ajar. Guys, kalau chapter ini tak masuk, kenapa saya buat kelas hari ini, guys? Cuba jawab. Why I make class today? If this chapter not coming out in SPM, no need to do class, right? If this chapter not coming out, it's just low chance it will come out. Okay? Kebarangkalian rendah sahaja bab ni akan keluar. Tapi kebarangkalian rendah, adakah dia maksud tak akan keluar? Bukan, right? Masih ada kebarangkalian tu. So masih boleh keluar walaupun sedikit. Although very low chance still can come out. And if it come out, habislah kamu semua kalau tak belajar. That's why I just go through very ringkas dengan kamu semua. Very brief one. Banyak markah. That's the problem, guys. Saya takut kalau dia keluar kertas dua. I just scared. Because saya pernah nampak satu soalan percubaan 2021 dia keluar. Satu negeri. Kertas dua tahu. Bab ni. Bahagian B. 8 markah macam tu. 8 marks. Ya. 2021. So saya takut. Kalau mereka nak ulang lagi sekali, if they want to repeat for SPM, I don't know. So that's why saya just, just read the textbook lah, guys. Your teacher also cannot teach much. Cikgu pun tak boleh ajar banyak bab ni. Sebab hanya kena baca saja. Just read. No concept, guys. Tak ada konsep kat sini. It's just logic. Okay? So if you have logic, you can answer the chapter. That's all. Just like your logical reasoning, guys. Kamu semua tak suka bab tu kan? Penakulan logik. Form 4 chapter 3. Like this lah. Bab dia macam tu lah yang ni. Sama konsep. Kena baca sahaja. Same type of concept. Okay? So just make sure you guys have logic. Okay, so what else, guys? So about the reporting the finding. Melaporkan pendapatan. Okay, when you report the finding, again, is you can give suggestion. Okay, kamu boleh bagi cadangan macam mana nak improve model ni. Okay, you can improve the model how. You can give suggestion lah in your mathematical modeling. The last step, langkah terakhir. Okay, on reporting the finding. Okay, so example of sentence, you can say like this, guys. Okay, the value for someone's time is not considered in this model. Is it worth driving extra 12 km for someone to save RM250? You can ask question like this in your last step when you report the finding. This one. Cikgu selepas kelas minta balam semalam. Selepas kelas minta. Oh, kamu tanya saya ke? Are you asking me, Janice? The material? Oh, do you PM me, Adi? If you PM me, then I will share, Adi. Have you, Adi, send the message? Because I don't know your number. Nanti lah. Okay, later you PM me, then I share. Okay, so yeah. So you guys understand lah untuk yang ambil BM. Okay, you just give anything that is logic. Okay, one more thing over here. Your impact to the environment, guys, is not considered in this model. Do you all realize that? Impact kepada alam sekitar tidak dipertimbangkan. Okay, guys, what you think is the impact of environment here based on the problem just now? Anyone? Very logic. What is the impact to the environment in just now problem? Yes, gas dari kenderaan. Very good. Guys, you all using petrol, right, in your car? Am I right? Kamu semua guna petrol. Petrol pasti akan mencemarkan alam sekitar. Am I right? It will affect the environment. So you can write this also in your last step when you report the finding, melaporkan dapatan. So anything like you feel not satisfied with the model, you can also tell. Like example, impact to the environment. Takkan kamu semua guna kereta elektrik, guys, untuk pergi ke supermarket. I think Malaysia tak sangat banyak juga teknologi ni. Am I right? Electric car tak sangat kerap boleh nampak. Adalah, tapi tak berleluasa lagi. It's not so widespread. So that's why still got impact to environment. Okay, can get it, guys? So these are like a few steps lah. Okay, and then okay, this one nothing. They are just explaining. Okay, we see an example of question. Kita lihat contoh soalan. Alright, because when you see the question only you understand better. Wait, guys, let me try to get this. Okay. Okay, guys. So the question is something like this. Okay, so they tell you that Jeremy is saving 4,000 in a bank, okay, with a simple interest rate of 1.5% per annum. Okay, and then they say that he wants to buy a computer. Okay, computer price is this one from the savings. Okay, so they ask you how long it will take for him to save. Okay, this one very logic, right, guys? I think you all have seen this kind of question. Kamu pernah nampak juga. Bukan bab ni, bab consumer mathematics. Am I right? Okay, your consumer math chapter, you all got see this problem one. Okay, so the question is to identify and define the problem. So guys, identify and define problem. Which step is this in the mathematical modeling? Mengenal pasti dan mendefinisikan masalah. Yang ni langkah keberapa, guys? Cuba ingat. Yes, this is the first step, guys. Ini adalah langkah pertama kamu, mathematical modeling. Yes. Okay, so you can answer something like this, very general also. Okay, you can see the example. Okay, so over here, we know the principal and the interest rate. Okay, so principal is 4,000. Am I right? Okay, 4,000 because you save 4,000. Whenever you save some amount, that is your principal. Okay, jumlah principal. And then you know the interest rate, kaedah faedah. Okay, and then faedah is actually the amount that you need beside the 4,000 to buy the computer. Okay, so you have to find the amount of the period of saving of Jeremy in the bank. So this is how you answer lah, guys. The first step of the mathematical modeling yang pertama. Boleh faham tak, guys? You just see the general concept. Okay, means you try to actually explain back the question in different words. Kamu huraikan saja balik soalan dalam perkataan lain. This is what they are doing here actually. Do you guys see it? So you just tell generally only. Cakap secara am. Okay, guys? Can? Boleh? Untuk soalan A, do you guys get it? What they are telling? So you just state only all the amounts that you see in the question. Okay? Continue. Okay, so they ask you, what are the assumptions that must be made? Okay, tentukan andaian yang perlu dibuat. Okay, and identify the variables. Okay, so what are the assumptions, guys? Okay, very simple. Okay, so you must think that the interest rate, it cannot change. Am I right? Kaedah faedah tu mesti kena tetap. Kalau tak macam mana nak guna rumus ni, guys. Okay, your interest must be always a fixed rate. Then only you can use I equal to PLT. Am I right? So this is one assumption. Second assumption, you must assume that the price of the computer never change. Okay, harga komputer tak boleh berubah. Kalau berubah, jumlah yang kamu kena simpan pun akan berubah. Okay, the amount you need to save and how long you need to save will also change. So these are the two factors here that can influence the result. Boleh mempengaruhi keputusan penyiasatan ni. Okay? So what are the variables, guys? Variables, of course, it comes from your formula. Am I right? Okay, pemboleh ubah semua adalah yang ada dalam rumus kamu. So you just state out all the variable and what it means. Apa maksud dia? Do you get it? Clear? I think this one quite easy, right? To understand. Question B. Okay? Continue, guys. Okay, next one. Okay, so now we see another type of question. Satu lagi soalan. Okay, so for this one, they are talking about a boat going from the, let me see, upstream, okay, to two different places, okay, and it takes 6 hours, okay, and then the return process, wait, yang A tu boleh gunakan simbol daripada guna ayat panjang. Sada, simbol A. Oh, yang ni ke? Soalan ni. Bolehkah guna simbol daripada guna ayat panjang? Let me see. Boleh? Tapi kamu kena bagi tahu dulu. Macam P sama dengan principal. R sama dengan kadar faedah. Okay, sana saya lihat soalan. Kena bagi tahu. Okay, sebab soalan tak bagi tahu kat kamu. So bila soalan tak bagi tahu P sama dengan apa, R sama dengan apa, kamu kena definisikan dia secara sendiri. Baru kamu boleh tulis nilai dia. Faham? So you guys must always write the assumption first. P equal to principal, R equal interest rate. Okay, if not, you can use any symbol. Am I right? So you must be specific. What is the symbol you use over there? Okay? All right. So next one. Okay, so for this one, they ask you, what is the speed of the boat in a still water? Okay, so you must think and see lah, guys. Again, all right. So they tell you that the water current is this one, 2 kilometers per hour. Okay, so how do we identify and define the problem? This one also the first step. Okay, langkah pertama. Okay, so for this one, you know the speed of river and travel time between the two places, okay, on the river bank. So you need to find the speed of the boat on calm water. So guys, do you see that you just write back the question? Kamu tulis balik saja soalan. Okay, kamu cakap kita tahu arus sungai dan masa yang diambil di antara dua tempat di tebing sungai. So kamu kena cari laju bot di atas air tenang. Tengok. Okay, you just copy back the question, guys. Tengok soalan dia. Sama saja. You just write back the question in different ways for the first step of your mathematical modeling. Ini adalah langkah pertama. Okay, proses pemodelan matematik. Yes. Okay, you just try to write back. Alright. So this is one of the answering technique lah. You can understand over here. Okay. Alright. So next one, they ask you to make assumption and identify variable. Okay. So now you must think and see apa andaian dan anggapan yang boleh dibuat. Okay. So assumption is the speed of the river current and speed of boat cannot change. Okay. Arus sungai dan laju boat tak boleh berubah. Betul. Okay. Kalau tak, macam mana kamu nak siasat? Okay, so this is your constant variable. Boleh ubah dimalarkan. Macam tu. Okay. And then, okay. Over here, if those take physics, you all understand better lah, guys. Tentang konsep rintangan. Am I right? Anyone here take physics? SPM, come on. Cuba jawab. Who take physics over here? You surely understand the second point one. Anyone? Got. So kamu boleh bincang pasal kesan rintangan, guys. Kesan rintangan di antara permukaan bot dan sungai. Dan juga kesan rintangan udara, wind resistance. So kamu boleh bagi tahu dua-dua ni boleh pengaruhi kelajuan bot. Betul? Okay, sebab rintangan antara bot dan air, dia boleh perlahankan bot. Okay, it can slow down the boat. Yes, correct. Okay, so those who take physics can write this point also lah. Science pun kamu belajar yang ni kan, guys. For those take science only. I think you guys study about friction also, right? And also resistance, all of that. Science also should have. Okay, so you can talk about this. And then the variables, you just define lah. V equal to speed of boat. T equal to travel time. X equal to distance between two places. Okay, kamu bagi tahu saja semua pun boleh ubah. Okay, are you clear, guys? Boleh dapat sampai sini? Clear, right? Okay, so we continue. Next one. Okay, guys, this one. For this question, actually no answer. This one, tak ada jawapan. Okay, so this one you guys must think and see. How are you going to use mathematical modeling to solve this problem? Okay, so you see over here. Okay, so for those in English, I help you all. Okay, so basically company A is near your kampong, something like that. Okay, and then they give you a starting pay which is lower, but the increase is also lower compared to the Syarikat B, which is in the town. Okay, so which one should the person choose? So you must think and see now, guys. So can anyone tell me what are the factors that influence the decision of the person? Apa yang akan pengaruhi keputusan orang kat sini? Sama ada nak pilih syarikat di kampung halaman atau di bandar? What are the factors? that affect. Common sense guys, sangat logic. Kamu seorang yang tak belajar matematik pun boleh fikir yang ni guys. What are the factors that can affect when you work in a kampung and when you work in a town? Gaji kan? Common sense, correct? Okay, jawapan kamu betul. As long as you give common sense answer in this chapter, you definitely correct one guys. Don't worry, jangan risau. Okay, and then you can talk about facilities. Am I right? Kemudahan awam. Which one better guys? Kampung or bandar? Which one the facilities better? Common sense. Bandar. Am I right? Okay, bandar kemudahan lebih bagus. So definitely he's going to choose the bandar, which is syarikat B. Okay, so what you think is the advantage of kampung? Think and see. Kalau nak bekerja di syarikat A, if she want to choose company A in the kampung, what are the advantage you can think? Apa faedah? Very good. No traffic jam. Tak perlu ada. Yes. Tak perlu sewa rumah. Correct? Very good. Yes. All your answer. Correct. Okay. Less travel time. Okay. Tak perlu pergi sangat jauh. Okay. Because originally she stay in the kampung. So kalau nak kampung pergi ke bandar, cost petrol tinggi. Am I right? Kamu akan belanja lebih. You will spend more when you travel from the kampung to the bandar. You must discuss all these points. Bincangkan semua yang ni. Okay? Yes, low daily expenses also can. So this is how you do, can watch over our parents. Okay, boleh juga, can? Okay, yes, no problem. So guys, simple or not? Actually, this chapter simple to score. You just must think of a logic idea only. Tak perlu buat apa-apa matematik canggih kat sini. No need to do any fancy stuff. Simple only, straightforward. Fikir simple. Don't overthink. Jangan fikir terlebih banyak. Okay, just think the simple point. You will get the answer. Okay, all right. Let me see. What is the next one? Okay, we refer this one, guys. Okay, wait. This is the question. Okay, so they say that Amin, he used 45 liter of petrol to travel 405 km. Okay, so they ask you if he travel 198 km, guys, how much petrol he used? Guys, you all can answer this question. Am I right? Use what concept, guys? Guna konsep apa? What is the name of the concept? They ask what is the amount of petrol. Yes, ratio lah, guys. Concept nisbah. Okay, 405 km, 45 liter. So 198 km, how many liter? Use ratio. Guna nisbah saja cari jawapan. Okay, but what are the assumptions, guys? Kamu rasa. When using this ratio method, what are the assumptions you think you must do over here? Think and see carefully. Apa anggapan kamu kena buat bila guna kaedah nisbah? There is one assumption you must make in a ratio method. Anyone? Cuba fikir. Try to think and see. What is the assumption? Anyone? Yes, very good. Can. Okay, harga petrol seliter does not berubah, can? Yes. More specific, delay. You must tell what about the ratio that does not change, not just the ratio. Okay, you can also say the rate of usage of petrol, guys. Kadar penggunaan petrol kena sama. Do you all understand me? When the rate of usage of petrol is same, then only your ratio is valid. Am I right? So these are the assumptions you can make. Okay, so you can see over here. Okay, so the identifying problem, mengenal pasti masalah, you just say you need to find the amount of petrol for 198 km. You see? Copy back the question. Salin balik soalan saja in different words. Okay? You must use the word determine, guys. Kena guna perkataan tentukan. You must tell it as a step. Kena bagi tahu dia sebagai langkah. Okay? That's why you use the word determine. Okay? All right. And then you must also tell when the distance of travel further, more petrol is used. So you can tell that the amount of petrol, total petrol actually change directly or varies directly with the travel distance. This is the concept of variation. Am I right, guys? Konsep ubahan, berubah secara langsung. Okay, jumlah petrol berubah secara langsung dengan jarak perjalanan. You can also mention this point. Okay, all right. And then your assumption, you must tell lah, X represent jarak, Y represent jumlah petrol, the amount of petrol you use. Okay, you can give variable bagi pemboleh ubah. Okay, so guys, can you see Y varies directly as X? Am I right? Okay, Y berubah secara langsung dengan X. So you will get Y equal to KX. Okay, so you are using the variation concept over here, concept ubahan, to come out with the equation. Okay, are you all clear? Until here, boleh dapat? Still okay, so now you just substitute the value lah guys. Mengaplikasikan matematik, maksudnya kamu kena dapat jawapan. You must find the answer. So you just substitute. They already give you these two information. Soalan dah bagi. So first step, find the K value. Cari nilai K. This is all Form 5 Chapter 1 guys. Yang kamu nampak kat sini. So if you know Form 5 Chapter 1, you know what they are talking lah. Okay, find K, tulis balik persamaan, write back your equation, and then you substitute another variable. Gantikan satu lagi informasi. So now you know how much of petrol is used. Okay, jumlah petrol yang digunakan. So for next one, this one is under interpreting solution. Okay, so this part, right guys, if you are able to draw a graph, cuba lukis graph like this. Okay, so you know that this is a linear graph. Am I right? Ini adalah graph linear. Y equal to mx plus c. So kalau boleh, if you can, you just draw a graph. If you are able to form an equation. Kalau kamu boleh bentuk satu persamaan yang kamu kenali, kamu lukis graph. In this part, the fourth step of your mathematical modeling. Langkah keempat. Remember, try to draw a graph if can. Okay, just a sketch only guys. No need to be accurate. Lakaran sahaja. Jangan risau. Okay, you no need to do on graph paper, all that tak perlu. Just sketch. Okay? So then you just think and see. Okay, you just think and see. Is this graph valid or not? Adakah graph ni sah ke tak? Okay, so you can explain. Okay? So you just say that it cannot be used for all situation of traveling. Why guys? Why do you think this graph is not accurate? Cuba fikir. Why do you think? Anyone? So you can see the reason over here. Okay, because one situation is 405 km. Satu situasi 405 km. Another situation 198 km. So guys, do you think the graph shape will be the same? Adakah kamu rasa graf ni akan sama untuk dua-dua situasi, bandar dan juga kampung? No, right? Okay, because your distance is different. Okay, jarak kamu berbeza. Okay, so your cost of petrol, everything will be different. The time taken, so that's why your graph cannot apply to every single situation. Dia tak boleh aplikasikan pada semua situasi. So you can comment, boleh bagi komen berkenaan graph kamu. Okay, alright. So next one, you want to refine the model, memurnikan model matematik. You just say that you cannot refine the model. You can say this answer also. Kamu boleh cakap tak dapat memurnikan model because your information is limited, guys. Maklumat kamu terhad. Am I right? Because they only give you this information. Mereka bagi yang ni saja. Can you see? No other values are given. Tak ada nilai lain yang diberi. So that's why you can say that you cannot refine some more. Tak boleh murnikan lagi. Okay? Alright. And then the last step, you can say that you report the findings based on the, wait guys, let me see the proper translation. I scared when I tell in English, it comes slightly wrong. Okay, so for your English, you just say report the findings of the problem solving based on the interpretation of solution as shown in the preceding sections. Untuk BM, kamu cakap yang ni. Guys, take note, this sentence, right, you can use for all type of question. Kamu boleh guna yang ni untuk semua jenis soalan, guys. Sebagai kesimpulan, this whole thing. Do you guys understand me? For your last step, sixth step, langkah ke-6, you can write this for every question. Confirm correct one. This is a standard answer you can memorize. Kamu boleh hafal ni, this answer. Okay, for English, it's like this. Let me see. Okay, I write here lah. Okay, for English, you just say report the findings on problem solving. It's quite long, guys. So you must really memorize it if you want to use this as your conclusion. On the problem solving based on the interpretation of solution. Okay, you can write like this. Standard answer, guys. You can memorize for this one. It's a very standard answer. Interpretation of solution. Okay. For BM, kamu boleh nampak tadi lah. You use that answer. Okay. Boleh, guys? Are you clear until now? Yes or no? Can? Can comment a bit lah, guys. Do you get me? Boleh dapat ke tak? Can, right? So make sure you use this as your final answer. Usually, for the 6th step, you can use this one. Okay? For English, you can refer textbook also, how they write it out. Okay? Alright. So now you see another situation, guys. Nampak satu lagi situasi. Got many situation actually for you guys to understand the question. I mean the chapter. Okay? So they want you to do a mathematical modeling for this. To determine the depth of the river. Menentukan kedalaman sungai. Okay, guys. So how do we determine the depth of the river? So we can use these values. Am I right? Okay, so guys, I ask you a common sense question. Based on these values, right? You think what graph is this? Kamu semua cuba teka. Graph ni apa sebenarnya? Is it linear? Is it quadratic? Is it cubic? Is it reciprocal? Apa jenis graph ni? Cuba fikir, guys. Anyone? You can see the pattern of the value, guys. Cuba lihat pola ayat dia. Pola nombor dia. See the pattern of the number. So what type of graph you think? Yes. Guys, bentuk graph kamu kena ingat untuk Form 5 Chapter 8 kita takkan guna histogram sebagai jawapan. Hanya kamu ada 4 graph. 4 graph only in mathematical modeling. Linear, quadratic, cubic, and one more is what? Reciprocal. Okay, yang ni guys. Y equal to 1 over X. Pernah nampak kan graph ni? Dalam BM dia panggil apa? Songsangan ke? Songsangan atau salingan? Tak faham dah. Dah lupa. Okay, kamu faham lah guys. Salingan kan? Yes. Okay, reciprocal or salingan. Okay, so always remember these 4 graph. It must be your answer, must be among these 4 only. Hanya boleh 4 jawapan. Alright? Okay. So now, okay, so you start lah your mathematical modeling. Okay, so first one, you write back the question. Tulis balik soalan. Same step only. Okay, then second one, make assumption. Okay, buat anggapan. Okay, so now you must think and see. Secara logic lah guys. Do you think the depth of the river, every single section is constant? Adakah kedalaman sungai bagi setiap section river tu sama? Yes or no? Logic. No. Am I right? Because sometimes maybe the land is slightly higher at certain part. Okay, kadang-kadang certain bahagian the land tanah tu lebih tinggi. So definitely the depth will be different. Okay, kedalaman dia berbeza. So you can talk like that also as your first point. Okay, you say that it is most deep at the center and then it goes to 0, the depth at the side. So you can talk that kind of point also. And then of course, when you identify variable, make sure symbol guys, bagi simbol dia. When you mengenal boleh ubah. Okay, X, Y or anything you like lah. Any variable also can. Okay guys, so over here, you must draw your quadratic graph. Okay, kamu kena lukis graph quadratic guys. Okay, graph. Macam mana lukis guys? May I know? So you guys actually you have to plot all these points. Now plot semua data yang diberi. This one. Okay. So yang ni kena guna atas graph lah guys. You must use graph. Okay. Boleh guys? Can right? Senang kan? So do you understand? Boleh dapat tak guys? Can you comment if you understand? Yes or no? So make sure you use graph paper to plot. Okay, kena plot dengan guna graph. If you can plot using graph paper, it's better for quadratic, especially untuk bentuk graph quadratic. Okay, just make your comment on the graph. Okay, bagi apa-apa yang kamu rasa logik lah. Okay, so you can explain the shape. Okay, menaik, menurun. So that's why you say it is a quadratic function. Something like that. Okay, and then you just say, what else? Okay, you say that it is a curve of best fit. Okay, so far you guys learn line of best fit. Am I right, guys? Yes or no? Kamu semua belajar garis penyuaian terbaik saja kan? Tapi sekarang kita ada lengkung penyuaian terbaik juga tau. We also have a curve of best fit. Okay, so why they say best fit, guys? Okay, can you see this point? It actually don't really pass through the center. If you see carefully. Okay, garis tu dia melalui sisi saja. It will pass through the side of the point. Can you see that, guys? Yang ni pun dia tak pas kat tengah-tengah titik. So that's why this is called a curve of best fit. Okay, lengkung penyuaian terbaik. Yang ni sedikit bawah dari garis. Yang ni sedikit atas dari garis. This one is higher a bit from the line. This one is lower a bit from the line. So that's why we call best fit, penyuaian terbaik. Okay, guys? Do you get me? One or two? Satu maksudnya faham, dua maksudnya tak faham, guys. So one understand, two don't understand. Understand, right? Okay. So we go next one. Okay, so now, guys, what is the calculation here? Okay, the calculation is a bit complex. Dia sedikit susah. Okay, why? Because you must form the quadratic equation, guys. Kamu kena bentuk persamaan kuadratik dia. Maksudnya apa, guys? Macam mana kamu nak bentuk persamaan kuadratik? May I know? How do you form the quadratic equation? What value you must find, guys? Kamu kena cari nilai apa? May I know? Anyone? Hello? What values? Actually, x-axis, right? Suka sangat. It's a bit hard. Okay, because your values won't be accurate, guys. Do you know why? Because every person's graph, the shape of the graph is different. Am I right? Lengkung setiap orang punya graph akan berbeza. So maksudnya, pintasan X nilai dia pun akan berbeza. Faham tak, guys? Do you all understand me? Okay, so that's why when you use your roots, punca kamu dia takkan sangat tepat. Melainkan punca sudah diberi. Okay, if the roots are given, then bolehlah. Okay, so what other method you can think, guys? Beside using the roots, selain punca. Curve of best fit perlu guna. Yes, boleh, can. Or freehand also can. Tangan bebas pun boleh, guys. Freehand or you use the flexible ruler. Okay? So guys, how do we form this quadratic equation? Macam mana nak bentuk? Kena ulang banyak kali lah, guys. Kena practice. Kalau nak freehand, sangat bagus. Don't worry. As long dia nampak logic, masih akan diterima. So anyone, guys, how do we form the quadratic equation here? Macam mana nak bentuk persamaan kuadratik? May I know? Think logic, guys. Fikir logic saja. So you must find what value. Kena cari nilai apa? May I know? When you have a quadratic equation, your format is this one, right? Y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Am I right? Ini adalah ungkapan quadratic, your general formula. So guys, what value you must find? Kena cari nilai apa? A, B, C. So how do I find these values? Macam mana nak cari nilai ni? You use the points given. Am I right? Kamu guna data yang telah diberi. Can you see, guys? You already have your x and y over here. Wait, where is it? Nilai x dan y. This one. Can you see, guys? You already have x and y. You have many set of data. Kamu ada banyak set. So kamu boleh cari A, B, and C. So guys, what concept do we use here, guys? May I know? When you want to find 3 unknown, nak cari 3 pemboleh ubah tidak diketahui, what concept is it? Come on. What is the answer, guys? Respond a bit. What concept? 3 unknown. 3 pemboleh ubah tak diketahui. So the concept is start with S. Yes, system of equation, guys. Correct. Kamu akan guna sistem persamaan. Where do you learn the system of equation, guys? May I know? Kat mana kamu belajar sistem persamaan ni? add maths. Am I right? Matematik tambahan. Jangan terkejut lah kalau kena guna konsep matematik tambahan dalam modern maths. Okay, don't be surprised guys. They might ask you to use add maths concept. Can you see here guys? Boleh nampak? Yang ni kaedah matematik tambahan kan? Am I right? For those take add maths, yes or no? You see. Siapa ambil admaths kat sini? Cuba komen. Who take admaths? You guys know lah. This is the admaths method. Am I right? Because you have no other method to solve for this question. Kamu tak ada kaedah lain. So you are forced to use the admaths method. Do you understand me? So for those take modern maths only, I suggest you to try to learn the method. Untuk yang ambil matematik saja, kamu kena belajar yang ni. You must understand. Okay, if they come out subjective question, kalau dia keluar soalan subjektif bab ni, that's why it's very rare guys. Dia sangat jarang. Sebab orang yang ambil matematik biasa tak tahu kaedah ni. Am I right? Those of you who just take modern maths don't know at all. So you still need to learn, just in case. Okay? So basically, you just substitute 3 of the information that you see just now. Okay. So if you realize, right, this first equation, you will get 0 for your C value. So actually, everything becomes simple already. Okay, because you already know your C is 0. Am I right, guys? Nilai C kamu kosong. So now you only left 2 variable. Dua pun boleh ubah. So actually, it come back to your normal simultaneous equation. Kaedah persamaan serentak. Okay, you can use substitution or elimination. Can you see, guys? Over here is your modern maths. Am I right? Ke atas ni adalah add maths. Do you see that, guys? On top add maths, bottom modern maths. Because your C is 0. So usually the question will be kind. Mereka akan bagi tahu soalan supaya C itu kosong, so that the modern maths student can answer. So, okay. So don't worry too much on it. Okay. They will somehow make the question so that it's within your syllabus. Okay. So you just need to use your method lah, guys. Okay. So guys, may I know over here what method are they using over here? Substitution or elimination? Penggantian atau penghapusan? This one. May I know? Can anyone tell me? Yes. This method we are using is substitution, guys. Penggantian. Okay? So we are using the, yes, correct. If you want to use elimination, also can. Kalau nak guna penghapusan, also can. Okay, so you just find your A and B value. Okay, then you write out your quadratic equation. Okay, tulis balik persamaan kuadratik. Okay? Clear, right? Very simple, right? Okay. So next one. How to refine it, guys? Macam mana nak murnikan? Okay, so this one, this model also again is not applicable to every single river. Am I right? Because each river, they will have different depth at the center. Mereka akan ada kedalaman berbeza kat bahagian tengah. So the model will also change. Okay, so you just comment on that part. Okay, so you just say that it might not be true for different type of river, this model. Okay, so you need to make a new model for different assumptions. Okay, yes. Okay, so still okay? Sampai sekarang masih boleh? Still tahan? Okay, I think got one more example only. Satu lagi contoh saja. Let me see ya. I know you guys really don't like this chapter, but yeah, this is the last already. Last few page. Okay, guys? Masih boleh tahan, huh? All of you? Can you comment a bit? Still okay, right? Okay, we go next one, huh? Crash out of this. What you mean crash out? Guys, don't crash out lah, guys. You must follow me. You must trust me, okay? Trust in me. I will guide you guys to A1. Don't worry. This chapter, you don't stress so much, okay? Because the chances coming out very low. But I just want to go through with you guys so that at least you have an idea. Do you understand me? Sekurang-kurangnya kamu tahu bab ni cakap tentang apa sebenarnya. Compared to you have nothing in your head. Am I right? Kalau kamu masuk exam totally blank, tiba-tiba nampak soalan ni keluar, SPM. Macam mana perasaan kamu, guys? Kamu bagi tahu saya sekarang. Kamu akan ingat balik lesson hari ni, guys. You will think back of today lesson and think, wow, I made a very good decision to join today's lesson. If you see this question in SPM later. That's why I say, at least have 10% knowledge also okay. 10% pun lebih bagus berbanding 0%. tentang bab ni. Am I right? At least you can score some mark. 8 mark, maybe you get 4. Enough already lah. Cukup dah. Okay, because other chapter you guys can score. Okay? Alright. So next one. Okay, so for this one, they ask you to make the mathematical model again. Okay, so for this one, they are talking about interest. Okay, compound interest, guys. Okay, so he say he want to save 20,000. Interest rate is 4% 1 year. Okay, so now you must think and see lah. Okay, so this one, you just copy back the question. Every single information, copy back. Okay, that is your first step. Salin balik soalan saja. So nothing to explain. Okay, down. Okay, so now may I know, what are the things that must be constant? Apa kena dimalalkan? Okay, so your assumption is he don't take out or add any money inside the account during the saving period. Do you guys get me? You cannot simply add in money or take out money when you're doing this investigation because your P value must be constant. Do you understand me? Okay, nilai principal kamu kena pemala sepanjang eksperimen ni. Okay, then you just tell the variables. Okay, principal is P, faedah is R, interest, number of times compounded is N, and the time period is T. Okay, tempoh masa T. Alright, so now you start the calculation, guys. Mula pengiraan. Okay, so how to do the calculation? Okay, so for this one, you guys are using the compound interest. Am I right? Okay, faedah compound. So anyone, what is your formula for compound interest? May I know? Apa rumus dia, guys? Come on. Compound interest. Anyone remember? Full formula. Saya nak yang penuh. What is your compound interest formula? Must know, guys. Kena tahu. They can ask you a question. Think and see. Cuba fikir. Yes. Okay, the formula is like this, guys. Okay, actually you can find it at the front. Okay, it's like this. 1 plus R over N and T. Have you all seen this, guys? This is your formula. Okay, you must take note of this one. Kena tahu yang ni. Okay, so that you can do the calculation. Okay, so for this one, you must do for 5 years because the question say he save for 5 years. Okay, simpan untuk 5 tahun. So you just continue the calculation until 5 years. Okay, all the information given already. All right. So yeah, you just count the money until the end. Okay, kira saja. Okay. All right. Then you go down. Okay, and then you will see that you try to come out with this formula. Okay, bagi tahu rumus ni. Okay, over here the n value, nilai n tak diberi. Okay, guys, why the n value not given? May I know? Kenapa nilai n tidak diberi dalam rumus? Because setiap setahun, guys, when you compound yearly, may I know what is your n value, guys? Kalau di compound setiap tahun, n sama dengan? Yes, 1. So guys, satu perlu tulis tak dalam rumus? Tak perlu kan? You don't need to write it in your formula. It is 1. Okay, that's why you just need to write 1 plus R power T. That's all. Originally, it's like this. R over N and T. But now N is 1. N sama dengan 1. So means that, ya boleh potong, just cut it off. Cut off the N. Okay, because R divide 1, you get R. And N times T, if N is 1, kamu dapat T lah. Okay, so that's why your formula is simplified. Kamu boleh ringkaskan rumus kamu. Alright, and then you just tell all the information in the formula. Bagi tahu semua simbol dia. Okay, tell all the symbol. Okay, so now you can plot the graph. Am I right? Kamu boleh letak graph dia. Okay, so how to plot it, guys? So you must know the shape lah. Kena tahu bentuk graph ni. Okay, so guys, may I know this shape we call what? May I know? Kalau nampak persamaan macam ni, what type of graph is this? Anyone? This one is unique a bit. Sedikit unique. So anyone? What is the shape of this graph? May I know? Come on. Don't be shy to comment. I know very boring chapter. I also boring. But must teach. Kena aja. So what shape is this, guys? Come on. Apa bentuk yang ni? Anyone? Cuba komen. Hello. What is the shape, guys? Apa bentuk dia? No, no, no. This is not reciprocal, guys. Guys, whenever you see power something, right? When you see power, we call this as exponential graph. Have you heard of it, guys? Graph exponential. Exponential means that dia bertambah secara mendadak. Faham tak? Okay, it increase very rapidly. Can you see, guys? The value over here increase very rapidly. Am I right? Ini dipanggil graph exponential. Okay, exponential graph. So the value will increase very fast. Why it increase very fast? Kenapa dia bertambah sangat cepat? Sebab dia ada kuasa, guys. Whenever you have a power, it will increase very fast. Example, 2 power 3. Something like that lah. 2 power x. Sorry, 2 power x. You count and see lah, guys. X equal to 1, you get 2. X equal to 2, you get 4. X equal to 3, you get 8. Tengok, guys, nilai dia bertambah. It increase very fast. Yes, correct. Okay, so you just need to draw the shape of the graph. Okay, so you just plot some values. Okay, plot apa-apa nilai yang kamu suka, anything that you like, then you just draw the graph like this. Okay, and then same thing. Okay, refining the model, memunikan model mathematic, you guys just comment about it. Okay, you just comment about the model itself. Okay, so over here you can talk about the interest rate. Interest rate, usually the value they give is per annum. Per annum means per year, 1 year, satu bulan. Satu tahun. But if you want to consider the interest rate monthly, secara bulanan, kaedah faedah, you must divide by 12. I'll divide 12. Okay, so that you can get the monthly interest rate. Okay, so that's why it become 1/12. Okay, so you can state about this also in your model. Okay, depends you want to compare yearly or monthly. Menggunakan kaedah apa? Secara bulanan atau tahunan. Depends on you. Okay, so you can comment about this. Okay, all right. So finally, you just say, you make a report lah based on the mathematical modeling. Okay, just kata buat laporan. That's all. Understand? Clear, right? For this one. Okay, so we come to the last 2 questions, guys, for today. Still can, Masih boleh, Masih hidup? Are you guys still survive? May I know? Hopefully still survive, I'm sorry if the lesson very boring. Saya sangat minta maaf lah kalau kelas sangat boring, but what to do, guys? The chapter is like that. Bab dia macam tu. I don't know how to make it interesting. Saya tak tahu macam mana nak bagi bab ni menarik. It's so hard. That's why your teacher never teach also. Cikgu pun tak ajar bab ni. But I want you guys to understand at least. Saya nak kamu semua at least faham 10%. 10% also enough already for this chapter. No need 100%. Okay? I guarantee you lah, guys. All the SPM candidate in Malaysia, I asked them about this chapter, right? No one will get 100% for this chapter. Takkan ada satu orang pun dapat 100%. Because it's a general chapter, guys. Satu bab yang sangat am. So whenever something is general, you guys must be smart. Use common sense. Not based on facts. Not based on concepts. Okay, more on facts. Okay? All right. So for this one, they ask you to, again, make a mathematical model. Okay, for the distance of running. Jarak larian. Okay, so this person, he run 32 km 1 week. Wow, not bad. Very active, Okay, so then he say he increased the distance 10%. Okay, so guys, may I know, when he increased 10%, what is the total percentage? Apa jumlah peratusan dia when you increase 10%? Anyone? Yes, you just take 100% plus 10%. Very good. So you guys must know this concept lah for this question. It will help you to form the formula. Okay. Guys, for those take admits here, can I ask you, is this AP or GP? Extra question. For those take admits only, siapa yang ambil matematik tambahan? Adakah ini janjang arithmetic atau geometric? I simply want to test you. Is this an arithmetic or geometric progression? Whenever you see 110%. Think and see. GP or AP? Which one? Anyone? Yes, GP, guys. Whenever you see increase 10%, it means times, guys. Okay, times is geometric progression, Janjang geometry. Always remember, whenever you see percentage, is geometric progression. Okay, just an extra question only. You don't need to explain about that in this question, guys. Jangan terangkan benda and maths dalam soalan ni. Okay, just for you to understand better. Okay, so for the guide, okay, so you can answer like this. Okay, I simply put a BM and English version one shot so that I don't need to talk so much. So you can see lah guys, how to write the answer. Okay, so first step, you guys copy back the question only. Can you see? Salin saja soalan. This is exactly copy back the question one. Okay, and then the second step, you just tell the assumption. Okay, he has to increase exactly 10%. Okay, kena tambah tepat-tepat 10%. Okay, larian dia, the running. Okay, so that he don't suffer from any injury. Okay, takkan dapat kecederaan. Okay, so you can tell this for step 1. Okay, so then you tell the variables bagi pemboleh ubah. Okay, you tell D is running distance and then X is number of weeks of training. You tell something like this. Okay, then you start the calculation. Okay, mula pengiraan. Okay, so the calculation is basically based on the increase lah. Okay, so just now I told it was 110%. Am I right? So 110%, you just times 1.1. Am I right? Because 110% is 1.1. 110 over 100. Okay, so that's why you see the 1.1 over here. Okay, so you can actually see that it follows a pattern. Okay, dia ada satu pola sebenarnya. Okay, so you can actually form the equation. So this is the equation, guys. Okay, so guys, can you see, guys? Just now I tell you, right? This is what we call as exponential function. Okay, fungsi exponential. Bermaksudnya bertambah secara mendadak. It increase very rapidly. Whenever you have something like this, 1.1 power x, this one we always call as exponential. Okay, so you can talk about this and then just tell all the assumption in your final formula. Okay, ini adalah rumus akhir. So guys, this formula look like what? May I know? It look like your compound interest formula. Am I right, guys? Dia nampak macam rumus faedah compound. Betul? Exactly the same. Can you all see it? It is exactly the same. Okay, just different variables only. Pemboleh ubah berbeza sahaja. Alright? So, not enough space. I get scared for a while. Never mind. Okay, so still can. Okay, so you will get this format lah for your final answer. Okay, guys? Are you clear? One or two? Satu atau dua? Okay, right. Come on, guys, comment. You so lazy, guys. Never comment to me also. Clear, I feel so alone, here. Just talking this whole thing. Very, very lonely one. Okay, last question already, guys. Don't worry. Yang terakhir dah untuk hari ni. Number 2. Okay, so for this question, they ask you, why small children actually got a higher risk of getting hyperthermia compared to adults under hot weather. Okay, this one, anyone here like bio? Can you type yes? Siapa suka bio kat sini? Type ya. This one you guys, if don't know bio, very hard lah. Sangat susah. Anyone here like to become doctor or nurse? May I know? Can you comment yes? If you like to become one of those profession, then you know this. Then you know how to answer the question. Okay. So the guide is basically this one is very scientific. Okay. So you must just tell like talk about hyperthermia lah. Okay, bincang pasal penyakit ni. Okay, so you just talk about the rate of fluid loss depend on surface area of person body. Okay, jumlah ataupun kadar. Okay, kamu boleh hilang semua air ni. Okay, dia bergantung pada luas permukaan seseorang. Okay, you talk like that. And then you talk about the ratio, total surface area per volume. Okay, jumlah luas permukaan perisi padu. You talk about this thing also. How it affect the rate of fluid loss. Okay, so you must understand that hyperthermia is actually dehydration lah, guys. In other words, okay, dehydration. So you must think of this word. Okay, then same thing. Okay, you just talk about, sorry, this is the same thing. So then you start with the calculation, mula pangeran. Okay, this one I think they will give you. Don't worry, mereka akan bagi informasi yang ni guys, kat kamu. So you don't need to think about it. Okay, so this one, basically they are just trying to represent a human surface area by using cubes guys. Mereka guna kubus untuk menggambarkan luas permukaan seseorang manusia. Okay, so they are using that concept. Alright, okay, so you can already get the equation for mathematical model. Boleh dapat persamaan. Okay guys, so this type of equation, what do we call guys? Persamaan macam ni kita panggil apa? May I know? What's the name? Come on. Y equal to 6 over x. Apa nama dia guys? Yes, whenever you see over x, bila nampak per x, it means reciprocal. Okay, salingan. Alright. So you can talk about this formula and then you just say lah, okay, smaller cube will have larger ratio of TSA over V. Okay, because TSA over V, this is the ratio guys. Jumlah luas permukaan bagi isi padu. So if your isi padu is small, okay, means that if the human is small, kalau orang tu sangat pendek, of course his isi padu will be lower. Am I right? The volume will be less. So the ratio will become higher. Am I right? Okay, nisbah dia akan lebih besar. Inversely proportional. Berkadar songsang. Okay? So you can talk about this also. And then you just tell generally lah guys. Okay? The scientific fact. Okay? They say that children will lose more fluid quickly than adults. I think you guys got learned this in science also. We actually will use cube to represent the volume because each length of the cube is same. Am I right? It's much easier to perform the calculation because if you know one length, you know the whole volume. Am I right? But if let's say you choose cuboid, you must know all the length. Then only you can count the volume. Am I right? So it's harder a bit. And cube is also quite a standard shape. It can be used to represent the total surface area of a volume. Do you get me? Because every single length is the same. So it's much easier to do the calculation. Okay? So that's the concept. So you can tell that children lose fluid more quickly than adults. Okay, kanak-kanak lebih cepat hilang cecair berbanding dewasa. Okay, so the children have higher risk of dehydration. You can tell this. Okay, guys? And then you can also count the ratio. Okay. Just now you asked me, right? Other shape can or not? Okay, can. Okay, kamu boleh guna kaedah lain. You can use other shape. Okay, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere. Okay, semua bentuk ni pun boleh guna. Also can. Okay, so just now Cutica, right? You asked that question. Can also, I think. Okay, you can write the suggestion if you want. Okay, but our main method is cube. Okay, kaedah paling utama adalah kubus. Okay, guys. So yes, we already finished this chapter. So do you guys understand, guys? Boleh dapat? Are you clear on this chapter now? Hopefully lah. I cannot do much, but this is what they tell you in your textbook lah.